This is a puzzle I did from hip key to S-wrap because those are two common places to be, and I thought it would be interesting to try to get from one to the other without opening up and resetting, opening up one completely and letting it off and just resetting. So a more direct approach to see what kind of efficiency I could find, just to give myself a challenge, see what kind of creative things would emerge. You know, certainly to understand both better. I certainly did. They all start in hip key, so that'll be pretty standard. And this one I say to be careful because here you're actually removing the lock. So if I had my hips open at all, they would start to slide and I would come completely out. But then of course, once you get the leg wrap on, you're safe. It's nice just to be able to pop over like that. There's some slack and you go directly into it. This one is pretty simple. It's just basically coiling up and making the S-wrap happen on top of that hip key by doing that arabesque. This one is a bit more embellished and definitely less efficient. Like, why in the world would you do all those different moves? But I think it's cool because it's a different solution, a completely different one, out of the box thinking. And you could potentially use it for dancing or for embellishment or for that element of surprise, adding choreography. But it gets you there to that S-wrap. Okay, so I'm taking that wrap off and basically creating a same side hook, and then I loop the tail. And the tail goes the same direction as the knee that's going to hook. And so this is me basically creating the S-wrap instead of over my hip key, under it, and then dropping down into it. So just saying here that even if the tail accidentally goes to that other side of your body, not accidentally, but on purpose or whatever is your choreography is calling for, it still works. You just have to switch which knee is hooked after you've dropped it down, and you'll still be there. And so even if you don't take the tail off your back and put yourself into a same side hook, even if you keep yourself in that opposite side hook with the tail still around your back, exactly like you land from your hip key, it'll still work. The U-lock is around your whole body and it just has to spin around once, which can kind of be a cool effect to have it spin around one more time. You got extra slack in there. It's easy to make that happen. So this one, I think this one is based on some familiar ways to get an S-wrap, right? You know, so basically coming down and doing that lawnmower over. Less efficient, but it's still a solution. Thanks for watching. So the way that silks makes sense to me is sort of like a methodology where there's different components, and almost everything that you do or that I do in silks fits into one of those things, and it really makes a lot of sense to me to think of it this way. So I'm going to try to share that in case it would in fact help anybody else make any sense of it. It can really get complicated. It's actually been really hard for me to figure out what to do first and what to do next and how to show it. So what I'm going to do is just start with one drop that can be done in all different ways, and hopefully this one thing will illustrate what I mean by all my different categories. And those categories are, just before we get started, holds, terminal position, which is like an end position, add-ons, which get added on to the top of things, and then postures, and then setups. And so those are basically the things that I think of when I'm placing moves, positions into categories. Let's start with just a really basic drop that we do frequently, and sort of show what each of those words sort of means within that. I'll start with a thigh drop. All right, this is my setup for my thigh drop. This is just exactly what it means, setting it up.
When I let go of my thigh drop, I can take several different body positions. I could take this star body position, or I could have been like in a plank. But this here is my end point or terminus. The thing that usually makes the most sense when I'm talking about all of this is add-ons, because everyone has seen that thigh drop with various different things added on top of it to make different drops. And so what I think people don't realize is that those same add-ons are useful on almost any other drop. So I'm just going to go over some of the basic add-ons for this. I can sit up and over in a dive add-on. It's a very basic add-on. You can put it on almost anything. Okay, and if you, instead of sitting up over your leg, if you just sit to the side, that's a Shoefly add-on. Okay, so I'm just squishing my guts in a Shoefly. Sit up and key in. I consider that a hip key add-on. And when you come out, you can either drop down and stop it, or you can just keep it going. Another add-on is sit up, key over, and put a candy cane on. I call this a candy cane add-on. Make it release. There are some other add-ons that you've most likely seen them on other drops, but they can in fact be add-ons on any drop. So splitting up, sitting up. This is an add-on where you can just lay back. This is what I call a layback add-on. There's a hip balance add-on. And cross the silks. And you're in your hip balance.
So we're going to do a video today on drops that have a snap and sit up component to them. It's a motion that's built into each of these. They all have that in common, and so I thought I would cluster them together and have us take a look at them and the differences between them. Funny enough, they also all involve U-locks, various different U-locks, some of them around both of your legs, some around only one, closed U, open U, silk to the interior of your thigh, sometimes silk to the outside of your thigh. So we're going to take a look at all of those and just examine how they differ. As a review, just for terminology's sake of U-locks, I want to do an open U, closed U. This is with the live end on the interior of my thigh. Then it comes in. It's away from my body first, starting down at my legs, and then coming in to my chest. This is an open U. Then this is with the silk on the outside of my thigh, the live end on the outside of my thigh. this is also an open U. Starts away from my body and comes in. Then closed the inside of my thigh. This one I don't see as often, and in fact, I'm going to create it as a personal challenge to find some things that end here, but inside of my thigh with the live end, then my silk is in front. It goes away from my body and back towards it. So it started closer to my body, away and went away, and then back around. This is a closed U. That's the one, like I said, that I don't see often. I'm going to try to work on finding some things for us. The other one is with it on the outside of your body. Again, it starts up towards your face, towards your chest, closer to your body, and goes away and back around and back towards you. That's the closed U with the live end on the outside of your thigh.